Gamers, welcome back. Today we'll be talking about Wolfenstein, The New Order. Now keep in mind that I was very skeptical about this game before release because they've already announced that the game wouldn't have multiplayer. There's been a lot of, shooters. It's a dime a dozen for me. I was very disappointed with some of the shooters that came out recently, but the game itself was created by the same people who did Riddick Butcher Bay, so I was looking forward to that, and they did not disappoint in the terms of storytelling for this game. Really nice job. The game itself is not 18 to 19 hours long. What they were exaggerating about that is that the fact that you can change the timeline depending on your choice in the beginning of the game. It changes the timeline a little bit. It doesn't alter a lot. It just alters who's in it and what's going to happen. So it's not like a major story change to the game, but it is a timeline change. So add that together, you get 18 hours of gameplay because there's two timelines from the choice you pick in the beginning. So the beginning of the game is a long intro. It introduces you to the game. The beginning starts you off playing as Blazkowicz, and Blazkowicz is going to be the hero you play during the entire game. What's going to happen is you and your force are trying to invade General Deathhead's castle, to stop the Nazis once and for all. But the next thing you know, you guys are captured. You had to make a choice there, which can change the timeline. And then the game really starts when you're escaping the castle, getting hit by shrapnels, and next thing you know, you wake up. The Nazis have taken over the world. We have lost, and pretty much they're ruling the world with technology and machines. So basically, this game's theme is around an underground resistance type of theme, which you see occurring in a lot of games nowadays. The main goal is to stop General Deathhead and put a stop to his Nazi army once and for all. Stop his technology, everything. That's the goal of the game. While everything that's going to happen, you'll find out from playing the game. The next thing I'm going to talk about for the game is the graphics of the game. Now keep in mind the game is about 50 gigs to download, so for those of you short on space, make sure you have some space for. Now keep in mind what you're watching is the PC version of this game. The thing you'll notice is that they're okay graphics, they're good, they live up to the standards. They're not the best I've ever seen in the FPS, but however, it does live up to the standards. Not a lot of physics in the game. When you shoot tables, there's a lot of static objects here and there. You can't shoot cardboard. You can break wooden boxes. You can shoot off certain walls, but you can't make things go flying all over the place, which hopefully in the future we'll see a lot more of. The other thing I like that falls into this category is the character models in the game. They are pretty much well done. I like the character looks. They're not too bad. They fit their personality real well, so you'll see a lot of characters where they're designed really well, including enemies. Enemies are pretty decently designed in this game. You've never seen Nazis, wearing an armor like that. It's pretty cool the way they did it in this game. So the art style, pretty nicely done. Next, I'm going to talk about the sound and the music of the game. The music of the game is really well done. The music pieces fit certain areas really well. There are parts in the game where it gets adrenaline pumping, and next thing you know, heavy metal kicks in. It brings back a lot of nostalgic old school shooters feel to that, so that was pretty cool. The voice acting in the game is really well done, fits characters pretty nicely. The other thing that I got complimented on from the channel when I was streaming is that people are telling me that the German sounds almost authentic, which is pretty nice. They've hired some actual German actors, so the people in the channel were pleased about it. I don't speak German, I don't know, but I'm gonna have faith in them and go with what they're saying. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the most important category, which I deem the most important for a first-person shooter, is how is the enemy AI. The enemy AI is not too smart in this game, I'll tell you that right now. They are not the smartest I've seen. They were smart in the beginning because they were lobbing grenades at me when I was trapped in a room, which killed me. They were also shooting me from around corners, which is I was like, oh man, that's crazy, they actually hide. But later I discovered that they actually just mob you in numbers, try to find the closest corner they hide. Sometimes they just run straight down the hallway and get gunned down by you, and the other times they just zone in on you when they find you, because there is stealth in this game. They do find you. I don't know how they do it. They just randomly run around a corner. They're like, oh, there you are, oh, there you are, even when you hide in an event, and then you pop out of another corner. So they're not the greatest AI there is. Finally, and not least, I'll talk about the gameplay and the immersion of the game. The gameplay of the game, you can lean left, you can lean right, you can also lean down and shoot your enemies from under doors when you're lifting doors up. There's not many of that, but there's also stealth in this game where you run up behind enemies and you knife them also. There is stealth mode. A lot of people will find that stealth is very useful in hard mode because hard is actually pretty hard. When an enemy hits you in 2 or 3 shots, you're basically dead. So there is a hard mode, and there is a stealth mode for people who don't like shooting or gunning their way through. I personally just went through the game just like gunning everybody down. I tried to stealth a lot of times, but they keep finding me. The stealth is not the strongest there is. There's like 2 bars that appear on the top, and I'm like, what the hell are these bars? Anyways, you use the bar to search out the enemy commander and gun him down before they call in reinforcement. Otherwise, you'll keep being swarmed by enemies non-stop. Eventually, lots more enemies will come in, so you gotta kill the commanders. Which brings me to how health works in this game. The health system is pretty cool. It's not 100% regen, it's certain amount regen. For example, if you reach 15 health, you'll regen to 20, or if you reach like 45, you'll go back to 60, etc. The other thing is you can pick up health, and you can pick up armors on this game. You can pick up armor from your enemies when you kill them, or shoot certain armors off of them. Also, the other thing is you can overcharge health while it slowly ticks down. Anyways, I wish they did a lot more to the utility gun in this game. One of the utility gun you'd use a lot of is the laser cutter. You'll find yourself cutting chains and boxes and fences. I wish they used more aspect of it, but unfortunately you can't cut everything. The alternate fire for the gun itself, you can switch mode. It'll become a laser gun itself, and you can shoot at enemies with it. A lot of weapons in this game have alternate modes, like the shotgun will shoot shrapnels, the assault rifle will shoot rocket launchers, etc. The other thing that's pretty nice is that you can dual wield almost every single gun in this game, which is awesome. It makes you feel really badass when you're running down there and you're just with both guns in your hand. The other thing is that the coolest thing is that when you shoot enemies at certain areas of their bodies, they'll blow it. For example, if you shoot at the enemy's head with a really powerful gun, it'll pop his head off. Or if you shoot at his arm, his arms will just go flying off. Really cool aspect. I guess that's part of the gameplay. Again, with the kick-ass amount of guns you'll get in this game, the dual-wielding aspect, which is really cool. How's the immersion of the game? I'll say the immersion of the game is brought up a notch because of the story of the game. Great storytelling brings out immersion. There's quite a bit of immersion in this game. I do feel like, we are the only allies or resistance force left in the world trying to fight back the Nazis. Overall, guys, this is a great game, great single-player ride. AI can be kind of dumb, so hopefully in future games they think about their AI a little bit more, and also more replayability factors. If you're not going to have multiplayer, make more choices instead of just 2 storylines branching out different timelines. It's unfortunate there isn't a lot of things to do, because once you play it twice, you're done with it. That's it. But it is what it is. It's enjoyable for a single-player story ride. Maybe in the future we'll see a DLC with multiplayer. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But overall, that's the replayability for the game. That's the game itself. So if you're looking for a solid shooter to play, check this game out. You might like it. Otherwise, wait till next week, and we can all go pick up Watch Dogs. Of course, it's super hyped right now. I'll talk to you about Watch Dogs when it's out, alright? But other than that, enjoy Wolfenstein and keep gaming on. Remember, thanks for watching and subscribe.